Good afternoon, Trump's family. Welcome back to my channel. Have a good day and God bless you. Let's get into the news. The left continues to attack Elon Musk, and Elon Musk does not mince words. And of course, he calls out their BS whenever he has an opportunity to, and he's very quick to do so. And this latest attempt is Mark Kelly, who is the senator from Arizona. His brother has decided to go ahead and urge, of course, Elon Musk to open his Starlink satellite system to the US military so they can use it to fight the invasion of Russia. And of course, Elon Musk quickly smacks him down and tells him he's not going to participate in escalation of this war that could lead to World War III, and he shouldn't be buying the mainstream media's BS. Absolutely base Elon, when he absolutely crushes these individuals like this. So let's go and take a look what we have here. And this is Elon Musk says we will not enable escalation of conflict that may lead to World War III. Elon Musk tells off lefty astronaut Scott Kelly, tells him to quit swallowing the media's BS. Former NASA astronaut and US Navy Captain Scott Kelly, a committed leftist, took to Twitter to plead with Elon Musk to help prevent the genocidal invasion of Ukraine. Scott Kelly, whose brother is Mark, is a U.S. Senator from Arizona, as a tool for the left and a supporter of the escalation of the war in Ukraine. Kelly wants Elon Musk to allow Starlink satellites to ramp up punctuality and assist the Biden regime and NATO in their war on Russia. Elon did not mince his words. So here's Scott Kelly. He tweeted out, "Ease at Elon Musk's Ukraine desperately needs your continued support. Please restore the full functionality of your cell Starlink satellites. The fence from a genocidal invasion is not an offensive capability, its survival, innocent lives will be lost. Can you help? Thank you." And of course, Elon comes in and says you're smart enough not to swallow media and other propaganda BS. Starlink is a communication backbone of Ukraine, especially at the front lines where most all other internet connectivity has been destroyed, but we will not enable escalation of conflict that may lead to World War III. Yeah. Absolutely base Elon Musk there, as these lefties who were so anti-war remember Bush flight and people and troops died, or whatever their little mantra that it used to be, remember against the invasion of Iraq and everything like that. All of a sudden, we want to go into World War III. World War stories only way to preserve freedom, destroy the planet. Actually, a nuclear war would actually probably be good for the climate. They say these people were absolutely insane. Power-hungry individuals who want to destroy everything in order to continue to gain power, maintain power, and use that power over you. And some significant news: the performance of the Black National Anthem at the Super Bowl is causing huge controversy. We're gonna see exactly what happened, the massive backlash that responded, and why it all signals an extraordinary transformation of the political left that will end liberalism forever. You're not gonna want to miss this. For the third year in a row, the NFL kicked off the Super Bowl with the singing of the song "Lift Every Voice and Sing," commonly referred to as the Black National Anthem. It's a song that was adopted by the NAACP back in 1917, and has since become a musical icon of black identity and political struggle. The controversy emerges given where the song is being placed in the pregame ceremonies. It's coming right before the national anthem, which, by the way, was sung beautifully and very movingly by country music star Chris Stapleton. But its proximity to the national anthem is what's so concerning for so many who believe that, in fact, it's putting forward a highly divisive message that there are de facto not one but two national anthems in our nation, one for the nation as a whole, and one inspired more by ethno-nationalist sentiments than anything else. Xavier de Russo tweeted out Black National Anthem as an oxymoron. We are one nation under God. If you think otherwise, you're in support of segregation. It's that simple. Daryl Harrison tweeted out, "The NFL is making a huge mistake in my humble opinion by having Lift Every Voice and Sing, what has traditionally been referred to as the Black National Anthem, sung at the Super Bowl. What more divisive message can be sent than to suggest we're a nation of two anthems?" Elects tweeted out, "Spoiler alert, the people pushing the Black National Anthem aren't trying to unify the country. They're trying to divide it." Congresswoman Lauren Barber tweeted out, "America only has one national anthem. Why is the NFL trying to divide us by playing multiple? Do football, not wokeness." And the Kari Lake War Room tweeted out a photo of Kari Lake refusing to stand for the singing of the Black National Anthem, so-called. Now, at one level, a lot of this contention is simply in response to the incompetent, ultra-woke left-ism of the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. I mean, Goodell is widely recognized as politically leftist. This key incurably woke, and he's tarnishing the NFL with icons of his ideological absurdity. So at one level, you can almost see this as trivial. The Black national anthem will be a part of Super Bowl games only as long as leftists like Roger Goodell are commissioner. Get rid of them and you get rid of that. But at another level, it's actually indicative of something very, very profound happening on the political left. You see, the political left is actually going through a massive, and I mean, fundamental transformation that promises to end once and for all liberalism in our nation. That's right. The left is in the process of rejecting liberalism and burying it in a way that we on the right don't even have to know. I know that's a huge claim. But I want to develop for you as we go along. What's so key to understanding what's happening with the political left in the United States today is that, well, the whole world, but particularly the Western world, is going through a massive rupture. Most commonly known as postmodernity or postmodernism, we have to understand that liberalism actually comes from a philosophical school of thought known as modernism, which was born out of the 18th century Enlightenment, and it involves more or less the enthronement of scientific rationalism as the one true way of understanding the world. It's a one-size-fits-all form of knowledge for all people, times and places. Modern people basically believed that pre-modern tribal, ancestral monarchical beliefs and practices, they had all ceded their authority to forms of truth and reasoning that's now derived from autonomous human reason. And what we have to understand is that modernity, in many respects, is the philosophical roots of the liberal left, progressive leftism. This is why the left is always pushing the envelope, the LGBT rights, transgender rights, all of these new rights that seem to be invented out of thin air. They're always trying to push the envelope. They're always trying to disparage the old and celebrate the new and the unprecedented. Here's the problem for Democrats and for leftist liberals. Global populations in general, and Western populations particular, are no longer modernists. We by and large rejected modernity, and instead, we've now become what scholars call postmodern. Now, unlike modernists, postmodernists don't believe in a one-size-fits-all political and economic system based on scientific rationality. Instead, postmodernists value the role of culture, custom, ethnicity and race in cultivating our perceptions about the world and life. So this what we're seeing emerge literally everywhere around the world, from the rise of neo-Orthodox Russia, to the Confucian revival in China, from the Nash, the Hindu nationalist renewal in India, to the revived Ottoman identity in Turkey. Everywhere we look, culture, custom, ethnicity, religion are all become the basis for social orders across the globe. And it's happening here in the United States as well. Now, while the buffoons in the legacy media are so obsessed and distracted with the supposed rise of white nationalism, what's escaping their notice is the very definite rise of black nationalism, precisely like what we saw in the Super Bowl. You see, inevitably, the world is transforming into two grand political options. Either we're going to embrace what scholars call civic nationalism, which here in the United States is most represented by Trump and the MAGA movement. Or we're going to break up, we're going to balkanize according to ethno-nationalist allegiances. And that's of course what we see with the Black Lives Matter movement. Civic nationalist movements are all seeking restore their respective national sovereignties by reaffirming border security, economic security to protect our jobs for our citizens, and reaffirming our nation's common culture, customs and traditions that unite us as one multi-ethnic people. Ethno-nationalists are characterized by a turn toward a more homogeneous racial and cultural makeup, where populations are increasingly vulcanizing as they turn towards their own ethnic identity and loyalties, based on kin and race as the basis for a postmodern social order. And so, here's the conclusion. In this postmodern world, it's either becoming civic, nationalist, or ethno-nationalist. Where on earth is there any room for progressive liberalism? Or we could already see BLM activists calling white liberals to account as they more and more transform the Democratic Party into an ethno-nationalist party? Postmodern BLM activists are shifting the party away from its white liberal center to more neo-segregationist ethno-tribalism. For example, at a rally in Los Angeles, Pan-African Studies professor Melina Abdullah, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, denounced the city of Los Angeles as filled with what she called, get this, liberal white supremacist. And she publicly denounced their mayor at the time, Eric Cressetti, who was your typical progressive liberal mayor, but she called him out as a liberal white supremacist. Now you've got to catch that. You'll notice that according to this BLM, La founder, the fact that she and the mayor are both liberals both on the left no longer means they're on the same political side. A white liberal can now be equated with a white supremacist. That's what's happening to the modern left today. The modern left is turning very definitely into an ethno-nationalist movement, the logical outworking of which is the eventual balkanization of our nation if it's successful. The only way we can effectively fight back against it is through championing the MAGA movement. Championing civic nationalism is the basis for a truly multi-ethnic, postmodern in society, rooted in common civic, cultural, and religious traditions that bind us together as one people in a single nation. And so in many respects, what we saw and heard at the NFL was in a very real a clash, a musical collision between precisely these two nationalist visions of life. We have yet to see which one wins out, but we can at least know that liberalism will be the biggest loser of them all. Thank you very much. WWG1WGA. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button to watch the next episode. Goodbye.